Welcome to Twitch Stream Test 2, and we are going to try riding instead with a GoPro mount instead of the crazy little GorillaPod setup I had before, and also fiddled with the broadcast settings to try and get a higher bit rate. I'm not sure if that'll actually work, so let's go. Oh, and the other difference is that we're not using the puffy mic. We're using just the normal iPhone, this one here. So we'll see how that goes. The reason we're not using the normal puffy mic is because the GoPro mount I had for that broke on the way over here, which really sucks. Not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid of adjusting this upwards because that's how the last one broke. I mean, they did also cost like $7.50 each, and just made of plastic. So there's that. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what. Alright, that's better. Yeah. Kinda sucks that it's nighttime. But I guess I was busy today. Couldn't really find the time to go for a ride. Alright. Oop. Already this looks a lot better. Just like a lot less shaky. Wow. I guess we'll see after we go for a couple of bumps. I'm also really curious to see how the iPhone mic does, just because normally, I guess when I'm talking to people on the phone, the wind noise gets pretty shitty. Ooh, some bumps, some more bumps. But then the shotgun mic, even though it has a wind filter, I think it kind of bounces around and stuff. So it's really, I think that's a bit worse. I also think you can hear me change gears. Oh, there's someone behind me. Oops. Pick up the speed. Oh, there's that wind. I also realized I didn't have my front light on. Yeah, wow. When you get caught in that wind, it fucking kills the mic. That kind of sucks. But also when I lean forward, let's move you up a tiny bit more. And we can scooch across here. Sweet. trying to adjust this and ride at the same time. It's probably a recipe for a disaster. Also, it's really annoying listening to yourself talking in your head. It's like, I don't know. Like I keep stop talking because I think someone else is about to start talking, but it's just me. But it's also really useful to know what you sound like without having to go back over the VOD or I guess like I don't know, take the time to really listen to it. Like you can hear the wind immediately. It's like this isn't gonna work if there's any wind. I am impressed at how much more stable this is though. Although it's also not on a Tupperware load. So that might have something to do with it. It's a pity these mounts are so flimsy. I'm so sad. I guess I'll have to go find some actual original ones. Because losing the gear off the bike because you hit a bump would fucking suck. Also, after going to all the trouble of getting the little selfie lens thing, completely forgot it. Completely forgot. But that's life. Alright. I think the guy behind me realizes that I stopped short because I need to trigger the light change. And if I keep going, it just never triggers. Let's take the long way home. It's gonna be shitty with the wind, but actually no, it's probably also gonna be really dark. But we can see how it goes, I guess. Oh. Alright. I'll try not to lose this camera. I wonder if I can fiddle with this placement and maybe make it better. Like if I taped it. Oh! Or if I like threaded it through my helmet or something. Apparently some people get little like fluffy things to put on it, but I really don't think that an iPhone mic was made to be like professional professional mic quality, blah, etc. I mean, as far as the angle goes, can't really do much about that. Aside from maybe like getting some bar end shifters and mounting it a little further away. But yeah. But I feel like as a corner cam, it might be okay, you know? It should be all right. It just looks so much more stable. But then again, it's also night. It's like, it just doesn't look like anything. So maybe that's why. What's tomorrow? Yeah, we got to Red Places tomorrow. So, I think we should be able to get a ride test stream in at some point. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty noisy. And it's pretty dark. I mean, it's not actually. It's just that this iPhone's front camera is terrible and low light. The chart's an alright size though, so that's good. Should be able to read it while we're on the bike. Gonna have to work out a way to podcast, but because like you can't listen to anything while you're recording, and that means it's gonna be a real boring like 6 or 8 hours not having any music or podcasts or whatever. I mean, sometimes it's nice just to listen to nature, but yeah, I can't see that. Oop. I have to put some WD-40 in there now, in the old gear shifters. Hear that squeaking and that clicking. Yeah, so earlier I had the shotgun mic mounted. What are you doing? This guy's just stopped in the middle of the road. Yeah, I had the shotgun mic just mounted like between my legs because I figured, like, pointing up, it picks up a surprisingly large amount of noise. And if it was behind kind of like the handlebar stem, maybe it would just like shield it a bit from the wind, like that. Which, I mean, I don't think I'm riding directly into the wind, but apparently I am enough for the mic to pick it up. But yeah, obviously never really got to test that because the bloody GoPro mount broke. I'm in two minds as to whether I should tell the guy and try to get a refund. Because, I mean, he was real nice. Let me just go pick it up from his house. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just like running like a drop shipping business style thing out of his home on the side. And it was only $7.50. But it would still be nice to have a working one. So, yeah. Such a pity. Let's completely kit out the bike with cheap plastic GoPro mounts. They're surprisingly useful for mounting mobile stuff. I mean, like, they fit the, or a mobile's about the same weight, maybe just a little more. So it all works out. And the GoPro community's done a bunch of crazy stuff about like DIY mounts and doing shit like that. Alright. I'm getting rid of the voice in my head because it's driving me bloody nuts. But I can leave it plugged in because otherwise you get food. Oh, I just realized that moves the mic away from my mouth. God damn it. Oh. Is this? Oh, okay. Alright. Uh-oh. Alright. Now we've roughly looped you through near my ear, but not quite. Actually, I'll just loop you over my ear. After this stop sign, I will just loop you over my ear. Ooh, narrowly missed a bird pooping. That was lucky. Alright. Oh. Let's put you there. And then I think that's kind of close. You know what? It works really well if you're not moving. Go figure. But then also, I can't hear myself, which is also really useful. And now I can just be that crazy person talking to himself without the voices in my head. Ooh. Oop. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this, or something like this. I don't think I'll use this exact one because I feel like I'd have to friggin' tape the camera to the thing so that I didn't freak out about it falling off. But yeah, I feel like this is going a lot better. We'll come back down here tomorrow in the light and see how it goes. At the moment it looks like it might be kind of bumpy, but also can't see shit, so. So we passing by that powerhouse. I guess it's really good that this is worked out. Because that was something I was quite worried about. I guess the next step is to get picture going while we're out and about. Because I think it is a lot more interesting when you can see what I'm seeing. But then, like, still a little personal if you can see me. I don't know. I wonder how hard it is to find, like, cheap-ass pipe to go on the end of a bike. I feel like that would give a much better perspective. Or a much more, I don't know, like horizontal perspective instead of looking up my nose, which I think is kind of weird. TBH. So dark, so light. So light, so dark. It's funny though, because like, really the lighting here isn't that bad. It's just, phone can't see shit. It's Olivia. It's like a 3-year-old phone at this stage, I guess. 2 years? 3 years? iPhone 5S came out. And you know what? I don't even know. 6S7. No, 3 years. Fuck me. And almost 7S. So it's almost 4 years. Anyway, I'll be interested to see if we can hit a bit rate above like 1200-ish. Because it is set to do 2500. But at 7:20 p.m., I'm not sure if we can do it. To be honest, I think it might be the old processor might be struggling, so it dials it down a little. But we'll see. It should only make a difference, I guess, in places where the internet's good. Places where it isn't, you're stuck with what you can get. Looks like we're getting a bit more of that wind now, though. Oh man, it's Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, and Sunday comes afterwards. I'm trying to like tally up all of the things I need to do before we leave, and like I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't having a minor freak out this afternoon. I was just like having that "what am I doing with my life" moment, and like I feel like that's a good thing. That like when you have that feeling, it keeps you fresh. It's like great, you're not like completely stagnant, but also not an not an amazing feeling, but one that I feel a lot better about after gym. Surprisingly, everyone's like, "Oh, gym endorphins, bloody blah," but turns out it actually works. Well, at least it has for me right now. I'm feeling slightly more positive about all of the stuff that I have to do before leaving at the moment. It's really, honestly, just the gimbal that I'm worried about. Like, not being able to test mount it before going is kind of difficult, because like what if I put together doesn't work? I am a little cranky because the shoulder mount, the $10 shoulder mount thing that I bought, isn't so useful. Ooh. Sorry. Thanks. Yeah, it just like wobbles all over the bloody place. But on the upshot, I clipped a GoPro mount clip to like my backpack, which has kind of like relatively rigid straps, and it held. It seemed to hold pretty well. So I figure if I can clip some, or if I can get like something with rigid straps that isn't a backpack, because wearing a backpack while you ride bloody sucks, then everything should be peachy, because then I can just kind of like not clip the gimbal onto it, but mount the gimbal onto that, and it should be rigid enough to hold the weight. Because I was testing with like a little Sony mirrorless. I think it weighs about like 300 or 400 grams, which I think is roughly the same as Gimbal Plus phone. Actually, Gimbal Plus phone might be a little heavier, so still might be selling ourselves a little short, but we'll see how it goes. This is nothing that like can't be fixed over there. It's just I'm gonna say what difficulty, but it's, you know, I guess everything's an adventure, right? Oof. Nope. Thanks. Ooh, thank you. People are nice on this trail. They move the right direction. Sometimes when you hit that bell, they just like get surprised and go out straight in front of you, and it's like, well, I tried. But no, it's all good. It's all good. Alright, so we got some proper GoPro mounts to get tomorrow. We've got oh yeah, no, in a backpack, or like some kind of rigid harness. Like half of the adventure for this is finding out just what things are called, so you can then start googling them and then like find out where to even buy them. So it's like, what do you call a rigid harness you can clip a GoPro like thing to that doesn't have a backpack so that your back doesn't get all gross and sweaty? I'm sure it has a name, and I'm sure if I were more well versed in like, I don't know, where GoPros use like extreme sports or whatever, I would know it. But but I definitely do not right now. It's just like shoulder harness. Hope for the best. See what comes up. Everything will be right. No doubt, everything will be great. Alright. We will. Whoa! More bumps. We will look at GoPro stuff tomorrow. Try to get our remote OBS setup going tonight, I guess. And that will be a lot better once that's done. I feel a lot better once we're actually testing, like, even not even picture in picture, but just like routing through the server and then routing to Twitch, rather than going straight to Twitch. I am a little concerned about what I'm gonna have to do to keep Twitch chat on this phone, because obviously the app thinks that it's talking to Twitch, and because it's talking to Twitch, it goes looking for the chat. So if I set it to talk to a custom server, it's not gonna bother going looking for Twitch chat. So I think I'm gonna have to like trick it into thinking that it's talking to Twitch, and fingers crossed that's just like throwing in a custom name in the host file or something, so it calls my server instead of the Twitch servers. And then fingers crossed it's not using that same server, which I'm pretty sure it shouldn't. Oh god, I can't believe that didn't come off. To then go like try and find the chat that's happening. I'm pretty sure it should all work, at least like in theory. But you know, in theory there's no difference between theory and practice, so we will. That's just like another thing on the to-do list. Ooh, almost home. Huh. Maybe I could just continue using like the shitty plastic GoPro mount and just like tether my phone to the bike, so then if it does fall off, it doesn't hit the deck. Bit risky though. Then again, the first time I like did a stream, I just taped the thing to the top of my bike light, so I can't get any more getter than that. Please don't let Korea be too hilly. I think it will be, but oh bloody hell. Gears on this bike slip quite a bit. I think I need to like figure out how to fix that. But also, we're not going to be using this bike. I'm just going to buy one over there at a second hand or like a cheap one, and just do it on that. Is the easiest thing, because then the plan is to sell it at the other end, or give it away. All right, we are home. If anyone is still watching, thanks for joining me on Ride Test 2. I'm feeling good about these GoPro mounts, and I guess I'll catch you for Ride Test 3 when we got another mic or something. Take care, peeps. See you later.